This is the day before we fly out, and our entire ceiling in our bathroom just completely fell through.
We were about to go to sleep.
Oh shoot, we gotta get out of this room.
We were about to go to sleep and we just heard some loud crashing there. And now I don't know what we're doing. We're off to go talk to somebody at the front desk, hopefully. Hopefully they're there. It's 11 p.m. right now. Our taxi gets here at 5 a.m. It's 11 p.m. right now. And we were about to go to sleep. It does not look like we're getting any sleep tonight. That is crazy.
It is absolutely insane.
I'm so glad we were almost packed up anyway, since we were just gonna finish a few things in the morning.
This is the craziest thing. We heard water and we thought the person above us was showering. And so when we heard the big loud, I was so scared we were gonna walk into a dead body. I thought somebody fell through the roof. They were showering and they fell through. I was so scared. I made Jacob go in first. It was terrifying. Thankfully, there wasn't anybody. The roof just completely fell through. I
went into the room. I was saying, hello, is anybody there? I seriously thought somebody fell through the tub into our floor. I was so nervous to go in there. Wow. My heart's just racing right now, but luckily nobody's hurt or anything like that, but we're getting packed up as soon as we can so we can hopefully change rooms.
I am fully in shock. I was in that bathroom 10 minutes before that happened, brushing my teeth, and a huge piece of cement fell through the roof, and just the whole roof fell down. If I was in there, I could have died. I feel literally in shock right now.
I was wondering why our room was so hot and just felt so damp and gross the entire time we've been here. And that's the reason why. And our entire floor, as soon as you got off the elevator and started making your way towards our room, it smelled gross and moldy. So that's definitely why. I mean, yeah, I hope we get a room on a better floor, at least, because I think the whole floor is probably like this too. We made it to our new room and I just don't know if we can fall asleep. We're just sitting here just in shock of what we're even supposed to do. We're gonna try to get our room for free because I think that's the least they can do at that point, but this is so weird. And our bathroom is making strange noises, there's water leaking. So yeah, you could say I'm scared. And we got about 3 hours of sleep, so that's pretty good. Off to the airport. Got in my little elevator. Jenny didn't fit. That was legitimately the scariest taxi ride I've ever been on. He was speeding so much. I think I tried to get a video of a car passing or us passing a car, but it was just a blur. That was, even in the city streets, he was going so fast. That 20-minute ride turned into 11 minutes. But now we're at the airport. It's 5:15 a.m. and we're going to go get tested to make sure we get negative test, and then we'll be off to Germany.
There is not one part of me that's ready to wear this mask for 24 hours straight. Is that?
Nobody was in the big gigantic testing center, so I guess we're gonna go inside and keep looking for where we're supposed to go. All right, let's try this one.
I'm so not ready for this test.
Those tests are breaking our bank.
I know, we have to get so many. Although I will say, the one at the Brussels airport is pretty convenient and there wasn't a big line, although it is just 5 a.m. so.
And now we wait 30 minutes for our results. Just got our results back. Hopefully we're negative. I need a password. All right. Okay, give me a second. Okay, we got the password now. Clicking submit. Hopefully we're negative. And negative.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that's huge.
Jenny's going the wrong way. Wait, maybe I'm going the wrong way. What did we just stumble upon? People get on Americans for being capitalists, but we just walked through like an entire mall to get to our gate.
I feel like that's been happening a lot, like the second or third time in different countries that we've had to do that. I know people are probably gonna hate on me for being basic and everything, but I'm so excited to get Starbucks. It is 6 a.m. Our ceiling fell through. Your girl just needs some coffee.
If you didn't know it, when you're traveling to the United States, you have to fill out these forms. It's 7 pages long, and basically all it says is that you received a negative test and that you're vaccinated. So a whole lot of words in here, and you have to print it out at home. We didn't, we got it at the airport, but basically don't really worry about it. Just check the boxes that you have a negative test and you're vaccinated, and then you're good. Now that we're hopefully past all the craziness of this morning and we're settled here for an hour, let's actually explain what we're doing here. We are getting on a flight in Brussels, Belgium, and this flight is going to be about an hour to Frankfurt, Germany. We're going to be there for almost 4 hours on a layover, and then we're going to fly all the way from Germany to Seattle in the United States. That's supposed to be like a 12-hour flight. Not really looking forward to that one. And then after that, we're flying from Seattle to Phoenix, where we expect to spend a little bit of time to drop off our stuff, our suitcases, our winter clothes, and then after just a short little stay there, we will be off to our next continent.
Now we are off to our gate. Normally, I'm not a big fan of connections, but I'm pretty pumped for our layover in Germany, and I'll tell you why when we get there.
That 3 hours of sleep last night is not cutting it. They've been boarding for like 20 minutes, and less than half the people are on the plane.
This is the longest boarding process I have ever seen. Getting on our first flight.
One of 3. The longest 1 hour flight of our lives.
We are back in Germany, and I wish that we could just run out of the airport and go back and explore all the places that we were already at this trip. Look at this little slowpoke just moseying along. I was not expecting this.
We were not expecting to have to go through customs to get to our next flight, but apparently we do, and the line is so long.
The funny thing is when we got our flight from Helsinki to Munich at the beginning of the trip, we didn't even have to go through customs at all when we landed in Germany. Like, we were just let into the country, and now we're not even staying here and we have to go through customs. I feel like that doesn't make sense.
So we might be waiting in line for like an hour, but that's okay because we have like 4 hours until our next flight. The back of this line just keeps growing, and we're really not moving at all.
We're in the home stretch, almost an hour later, and we made it through. We came up here because it said restaurants with an arrow pointing up, and there's like 2 restaurants up here, and they're all closed.
Thank you.
Yay! The whole reason I was excited for this layover was so that we could eat just a little bit more German food. We both got sausages, and I'm just so excited to eat them. This is making our crazy night worth it. It's so much better than I remember.
Jenny got the bratwurst, which is pork, I think, and then I got the one with beef.
This is the best layover food that I've ever had. All my life, I've been putting yellow mustard on hot dogs and brats. It turns out I'm doing it wrong. Dijon mustard is the way to go.
We We just had to wait in a really long line for them to check our passports or negative tests and that form that we filled out this morning saying that we're going to the United States and we have the proper documents. We're boarding our second flight.
I don't know what's going on. This has been such a crazy 12 hours. This actually smells really good.
Finished the food and Jenny is immediately off to sleep.
One of the really cool things about this flight is that we have literally been chasing the sunset the entire time. So the entire time we've been on the flight, I've seen the sunset.
We were told we have to go through customs. Now we've gone through customs in Frankfurt and Seattle, and we'll probably have, we won't have to go through customs in Phoenix. Now we're just waiting to go to our gate, and it was really fun landing in Seattle because I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. So when we landed, we saw just a bunch of pine trees, and it was just so cool to look at, and it made me want to visit one day.
So many flights are delayed, including ours.
Going back through security.
Our flight was delayed by an hour, but hopefully we're gonna start boarding soon.
We are both so exhausted and so ready to finish this day. About to get on our last flight.
27 hours later, and we have finally made it home.
My face is so oily and disgusting just from being under a mask all day, and my teeth are gross because the ceiling destroyed my toothbrush last night. I just cannot wait to go take a shower and brush my teeth